Hey there, Braveheart. This is Coach Keya from Ventura Healing Center. And, my coaches get tired of telling me not to show up in shabby clothes and without makeup and without getting my hair done. But now that I look at myself, I'm noticing how much is amiss. And that's okay. That is okay. Okay? Because it's okay for me. I hope it's okay for you. And if it is not okay for you, I'm sorry. So, yesterday was one of those days when, in a very long time, I took a day off. I took a day off from work. I, yeah, I fixed my breakfast. That was the only meal I cooked yesterday. And, uh, and normally I cook my own meals because this is what I learned years ago from my spiritual guru when he said you should cook your own meals or eat food at home. And to that, I added that I eat food cooked by the people I know because I know when they're cooking, they're putting their love into the food. They're using their hands. They're thinking about the food. They are feeling about the food. They are thinking about the people who will eat their food and feeling for them. So there will be love. There will be love. I know this is not the trend in today's world where people love to eat out, but I grew up in a society where my mom cooked, or aunties cooked, or grandmas cooked, and I love to cook, so I cook. So, anyway, I cooked my one meal yesterday, and the rest of the day I did not eat anything. Yeah, I did not eat anything. At night, I had a cup of yogurt. Again, the yogurt was made by me. I make my own yogurt. I fix my own cheese. Yeah, and that was my meal for yesterday. And I stayed in a day of contemplation. I was part of a group where we were chanting nonstop for 12 hours. So in California time, it's from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And I took 2 hours off when I went for a walk. I went for a walk to the beach, and I still stayed in my state of meditation and chanting. I was not talking, not listening to any podcast or music or whatever. I just stayed in that. And it was a very nice day because there was barely any traffic and just a few people on the road or at the beach. And they were also like just celebrating Christmas. It is that day. It is that day of the year. So, yeah, yesterday was Christmas. We keep waiting for Christmas since July because everyone starts selling new stuff from July for Christmas. People start shopping from July because they've gotten smarter. They start buying gifts throughout the year so they don't get one fat bill in January. Nice thinking. And yeah, so there were fewer people on the street. So we thought Halloween would come. And you think Halloween? Yeah, Halloween would come. And Halloween was gone. And Thanksgiving would come, and Thanksgiving is gone. And Christmas was coming, and Christmas is gone. Well, before that, we had the solstice. And now we are thinking of the new year that's going to come, and it is here, and it'll be gone. There you go. So, what I got out of this entire contemplation was that I am a miracle. I am an earth angel. It took me a long time to claim it, to declare it, to give my own words to it and profess it. But that's who I am. I am a miracle and I live in the miracle zone. And it's not easy. Trust me, it is not easy. There are three things that comes. And I'm sharing it with you because you can do this. It's not just me. I'm not that special, okay? You are equally special. And maybe you're more special. It doesn't matter. We are not comparing over here. So, first, what happens is you have a thought. And when you have a thought, you have a choice. You are at a crossroad and you have a choice to be or not to be, to eat or not to eat, to have or not to have, to say or not to say, to do or not to do. So you have a choice. It's a thought. And then you have to make a decision. And all the decisions are made by the left brain, by your conscious thinking mind, still your decision has to be aligned with your feeling mind. If it is not aligned with your feeling mind, if your thoughts are not aligned with your emotions, if what you're thinking is not aligned with your feeling, I'm not talking about your moods and your dreams and your whims and your fancies. No, this is what you really feel at the core of your heart, at the core of yourself, you feel, and that gets aligned with what you're thinking. Guess what happens? You make a decision and you take action that follows through. Because last year, when I say last year, in 2021, yeah, it's still this year. There you go. I made a series of decisions. And even in 2020, I made decisions because I'm a business owner for 2021. I made decisions because these were what others told me to do. These were people I paid money so they could tell me what to do. And this is how they operated. And this was aligned with their belief system. So they got results from it, not me, because it was not aligned with my belief system. My heart said no, but my head said yes, and I went with it. It was bad decisions, And sometimes you get into the flow and you say, yeah, and suddenly you realize, like, can I take a break? And no, you can't take a break. So entire 2021 was a string of decisions I made that did not work in my favor, And when I say in my favor, I mean in the three-dimensional world, when you talk about financially, it did not work in my favor. But what happened, what came out of that was a string of miracles. I learned that I don't need to listen to people I do not feel aligned with. I do not need to say yes to things I don't agree with. Just because it's working for someone else doesn't mean it's going to work for me. And people will tell you that if I can do it, you can do it. No, it's not true. If it is not aligned with who you are at your core, at your atomic level, then it's not going to work for you. This is the truth. So, although I am sharing with you the steps to creating miracles in your life, if you do not believe them, it's not going to work for you. Maybe 20 years down the road, you'll suddenly agree with it and it will work with you. That's what happened to me, My mother would tell me stuff, and of course, I didn't agree with her. And then I started seeing that she was right, and they started working for me. And then she died 11 years ago. I lost my mom. And even now, for the past 11 years, suddenly something will hit me. I'm like, oh, that's what she meant. That's what mom meant when she said that. Yeah. So until you believe what I am saying, until it is aligned with who you are, unless you have heard enough to pay attention to my words, that's one thing I notice is that unless pain is more than gain, we do not change. Transformation happens only when you're hurting so much that you don't want to hurt anymore and you want to help yourself. That is when the change will happen. So you have emotions which dictate your choices, and then you have your decisions that need to be aligned with your belief system. And then what happens is you take action. So your actions are powered by your choices and your decisions, because now it gets down into the physical level. And when you take those actions, they will always deliver results. And people may say, oh, you're so lucky. They don't know the work you had to do. No one knows that. Only you know, because you are doing it. So let every action you take be fueled by your emotions, by your decisions, by your choices. So when people say, oh, it's a choice, it's a choice. Yeah, it's a choice. But if you just leave it at that, it's just a choice. It's nothing more. A choice will lead you to a decision. And that decision, when it propels you into action, you'll get the results. Yeah. And you can do it on your own. So there you go. So until next time, I hope you have a fun few days before the new year shows up, because it's just a date on the calendar. Today is a new year. Today is the first day of the next 365 days of the year. So there you go. Have a great day. From the bottom of my heart, all my love for you and your loved one. And until next time, I just humbly bow to the love and light that is you. Bye for now.